Thanks for joining us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Mackenzie Davis. Community members are weighing in tonight on a new name for Madison's César Chávez Elementary School. The district held a virtual public hearing after narrowing dozens of submissions down to 16 finalists. WMTV's Shayna Najawan joins us now live in studio with more on how this process will play out. Shayna.
The district says this renaming process began after community members raised concerns following a New York Times investigation into Chavez. Now school leaders say they're looking to the public to help choose a name that reflects the values of the Madison community.
In being a very diverse community, there's also diverse thoughts and diverse ideas as to what the name should be.
Those differing perspectives are taking center stage Thursday night as Madison Metropolitan School District leaders gather community feedback on a new name for César Chávez Elementary School. The district received 76 name submissions, with a citizens committee narrowing the list to 16 finalists ahead of Thursday's virtual public hearing.
I would like to nominate the new name for the César Chávez Elementary School to Roberto G. Sanchez Elementary School.
District leaders say the committee evaluated each submission using the district's naming policy.
A deceased prominent individual, a geographical location, or it can be a concept, virtue, or values. Everything also trying to think through with a MMSD Madison community lens and upholding the values of our community.
And as the district looks for a new identity for the school, community members offered very different visions of what that should look like.
We believe that it is critical that MMSD stop naming schools after people. I am here to ask that we name our school for its location. There are two great options for this: Maple Grove Elementary and Ice Age Trail Elementary.
The renaming process began after a New York Times investigation revealed Chavez was accused of sexual abuse, prompting community members to ask the district to reconsider the school's namesake.
I'm proud that our district is listening to our community and driving this initiative forward. And also, I'm very grateful that we have such an engaged community who has made sure that their voices are heard.
And following tonight's hearing, community members will have 14 days to continue submitting written comments before the committee meets again to narrow the finalists and send its recommendation to the Board of Education. Live in the studio, Shayna Najawan, WMTV 15 News.
The district says additional information about the naming process, the finalists' names, and how to submit feedback can all be found on the César Chávez Elementary School naming process website.